Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Kickback. And we have the illustrious, the exuberant team from Exotix. Oh, and Bert's here too. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, Darren? How are you?
Man, everything's everything, man. Just, the streets have spoken. They said they wanted you guys back, so I was like, all right, I guess they.
Yeah.
I say, why not? Why not? I mean, and you know, Bert lives on YouTube. He just needs to pitch a tent here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
what is going on?
Bert, what are you eating, man?
Huh?
What are you eating, man?
I mean some Haitian food, bro.
Oh, what you got? Some
That
plantains,
Man, let me tell you something. Like, I mean
Some
some
rice.
rice
some chicken.
and some shrimp.
Okay,
Ooh.
okay.
All right. What you think, man?
I got you.
You know.
So, fellas, how's everything going on? How's everything going? What you guys been up to, man, last week? Because I know it's been chaotic. It's been very difficult to get in touch with you fellas.
Yeah, man. So we've been busy. Really excited to show the community the NFT preview. And we've been doing a lot of Twitter spaces and kind of hopping around doing marketing on the
Okay.
sidelines as well. So, at the moment, the NFTs are the main focus and really getting them cranked out. We can crank out about 2 per day. Mind you that this requires about 300 photos taken from different vantage points to make the NFT. So it requires a lot of labor and it takes a fair amount of time to compress all the files into one, file. And basically, we've been cranking them out. Everything's going great with that. And we're really excited to release the NFT preview at 1,000 holders.
Okay. And where you guys at now?
So we're at, I think the last I checked, we're at 850 holders, 860 holders. I haven't checked recently because I've been so busy today, but if someone wants to check,
Okay.
feel free to correct me.
We're at 856 right now.
856? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's nothing to sneeze at, man. Hey, that's not bad. And this project is how old now?
We're about a month old now. So with that said, we've been going hard on marketing. I think at this point, a lot of people are waiting to see the NFT preview. And I don't blame them because there's been a lot of projects that have, overpromised and underdelivered. So we're really here to, make waves in the NFT space and in the crypto space. So with that said, if we can get to 1,000 holders, we will be, you got everybody in the community who's invested right now will be ecstatic. And there will be a lot of people who invest based on seeing the NFT quality.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can't.
And those I don't know. Those NFTs are amazing, man. Like, some of the things. Yeah, not on.
Bert, I know everybody. Hey, Kyle, what did you say?
Just to be very clear with the community, Bert's a professional in this space. I've been following him for months, and I really look up to him. And he's somebody that we've gotten his input on our NFTs. So with that said, know that we're actually working on something. He's seen the deliverable, and yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself. You guys are going to be blown away. Everybody in the cannabis community is going to be blown away by what we're doing and connecting NFTs to physical products, in the long run. This is not, some artistic painting. This is not like,
this ain't no cheap JPEG shit.
This ain't no cartoon with the how you call them with the
orangutans,
the little dots. What they call them?
What do they call them? The 8-bit
something you can't even tell. You can
pixels.
Yeah, the pixels.
Yeah.
This ain't no pixel in it.
No,
Okay. What I saw, I wish I could tell you guys. I wish I could show you guys what I saw. I'm not allowed to. Listen, there's so much that I know that I'm not allowed to say.
Hey, look, I'm glad you're saying it because I damn sure ain't saying nothing.
What I saw with what Exotix is doing is like, yo, dog, hold on. I can't talk. Okay.
Hey,
cool.
look, man. I'm from a different place in my life. In my life, we ain't see nothing.
Yeah.
I saw nothing. I'm Steve. Look, I got sunglasses on. I'm Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying? I saw absolutely nothing.
Hey, yeah.
But I did see something, but I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to give Rob a chance to talk too. He's been a lot.
I was wondering why Rob was being so quiet, man.
But I want him to give an update.
I didn't even know Rob was in here. When did he get in here?
I'm sneaky.
He's in here.
I'm sneaky.
Hey, you got your headset yet?
No, man.
That's
That right here. I just can't use it on.
Oh man, Nick, what you supposed to get this man some decent headset, man?
We're trying. Trust me, we've offered to buy him like 5 different ones, and he's like, "No, I've got 5 of my own."
He's got a nice headset. It's just he's got some connection issues or something.
All right, so let us know, Big Rob, what's been up?
I don't know what's been up, Kyle. I think you pretty much.
Yeah. so I don't mean to put the pressure on Rob, but Rob's been on a lot of Twitter spaces and he's been, talking a lot about us to the public. And I just wanted to see if he had any things to add, but if I've covered it all, then fine.
I've just been getting the word out, spreading the gospel, doing what I can do for the community and the team. And I'm hoping our community will also start getting out there in some spaces with us and start showing the spaces and letting people know what we got going on, because I'm only one person, Kyle's only one person, the more the better. So
and I want to shout out to T-Mac, because T-Mac has been working his ass off. I mean, he's our #1 shiller. He's he's popping up right now.
T-Mac is everywhere
here. He's a very valuable asset of our community. And if more people could follow his lead to get us to 1,000 holders, you guys will be so happy with the deliverable that you will get at 1,000 holders and what you see. So I just want to motivate the community that we're so close. If you can go on Twitter, it doesn't cost you any money. Just go on there and post and tweet and tag people and spread the word. Go in Twitter spaces.
I'm glad you said that, because my moderator in here said the exact same thing.
Without cutting you off.
What's up, Natalia?
So we're working our butts off. We have people like T-Mac in the community who are also just going so hard promoting, and we really, we see that and we're like, wow. These people really shine in our eyes as community members, and we want more of that. We want a lot of engagement. We want a lot of promotion, and it'll only up your, the value of your bags, especially when this NFT preview drops. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, go ahead, Bert.
I want to throw something in there that's just for everybody that's listening, because I believe all of us are investors into not only Exotix, but also many different other projects. And this is something that when I first got into the game and I started really touching a little bit of money, and it came to mind, I asked myself, what can I do? All right. When I got into a project and I noticed I was making money, and I was like, what can I do? A project, not only I was making, but I believed in the project, right? What can I do to help? Because one thing I've learned is that these projects are community project, right? If I believe in it, it was more like me as being a member. What can I do? And this is what got me onto YouTube, because I asked myself that question. What can I do to make a bigger impact? Some people, if you could share, you share. If you could make YouTube videos, you make YouTube videos. If you go out there and tell random people, family member about, the token that you feel passionate about, you do that. But at the end of the day, if you have the token in your wallet, instead of asking why we having dips when Lambo, ask yourself, what can you do? Do something. Because at the end of the day, while you holding the token in your wallet, you're not doing anything to help. That means you're just waiting for other people to make you money.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I want to add to that, the difference between this space that we're in right now and, like, let's say the stock market, is that we have the ability to really get eyes on projects. And with the stock market, for example, it would require so much volume to increase the size, the size and the profit of your bag, that in this space, all it requires is going on Twitter, going on TikTok, going on Instagram, going on all the platforms and shilling Exotix, shilling this token that is here for the long term, that you know is a safe token in your wallet, that you know is not going to disappear, that you know the devs have your back. I'm working on this 24/7. I am not doing anything else. So is Nick, so is Rob. I mean, Rob has a day job, but it doesn't even seem like it because he dedicates so much time to this. And I just want to make that clear to the community that we have your backs. We're here for the long term. And, you know, we're invested in this as well. My family's invested in it. And I've put myself on the line to make this a big project and to really bring a lot of value to the NFT space and to the cannabis space with what we're doing. And they both cross over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, honestly, there's only a hand. I mean, I have a ton of tokens like that I've thrown, you know, couple $100, maybe a stack here and there into. But this is probably one of the ones that I in my wallet that I believe in the most. And truth be told, like I mean,
that means a lot, man. Thanks.
That yeah, because really I mean, you asked me and Bert were like Saitama to the death. like we were 10 toes down with Saitama, like and then the rest were just like, you know, a little light money making here, money making there, you know what I mean? But yeah, at this point in time, like this is I have a Saitama level of enthusiasm about this token.
And I'm gonna tell you the truth, and for me personally, you know, since gotten into Saitama, probably the first token I've really made quite a bit of money on. It taught me a lesson, right? I started learning, really deep learning, when I started making money in Saitama. Now I use the same technique in other tokens, and I quickly realized, like, yo, the difference between long-term hold and short-term hold, and you know, tokens that you get in with today and you get out an hour later. You know, I learned that technique to be able to sustain my constant gains, you know, my earnings, right? I've been able to actually put my wallet in a certain position, build my portfolio in a way where right now I look at my wallet, I wouldn't know what to sell because every token I have is a long-term hold.
Yep.
And my ETH right now may have maybe $1,000 or something dollars. That's money that I play with. That's the gamble money, you know what I mean? Personally, right? But all my holds right now are long-term holds. It's not because that, you know, I don't want to make money right now. It's because that, you know, I want to build my portfolio off of reflections. I want that reflections to be the ones that I'm using on a day-to-day basis, and I don't have to touch all my bags. And when I found Exotix, you know, and I don't know, maybe they were the first. I was the first person they had an AMA with. I don't know. I didn't do that research, but I know they were really early when I found it. And I always tell the story. You know, there's tokens you go do your homework about. There's tokens I go out there and I go Telegram. And this was one of the tokens that I was afraid of not buying early enough, not jumping on board and regret it later. And I personally will say this: they don't pay me to say none of this junk, but I'm sharing, you know, me personally, my investment history with you guys. Like, I have not been on ever since I got in. I have not been on I've never lost. I've been in the game ever since, right? It all depends on what you're putting in. Like for me, I forgot what I got in, but I've never been in the loss. And this is one of those tokens where it's really unmatched. It's a non-competitive token. So I'm eager to find out, you know, a few years from now, what's going to become of this. And especially I'm on the back end. I see what they're working on. So, you know,
yeah.
I wish I could
honestly,
tell you.
bro, it was a time you fellas, like when every time I talked to Bert, Exotix would come up. Since I got in, I bought in, and then I bought that 10-minute dip you guys had. It was only 10 minutes.
Like that was after our last day.
I went and got some more. I was like, okay. I was like, and I'm up. I'm up right now. So I feel great. I haven't taken a loss on this yet.
What's the market cap right now for Exotix?
The only way is up from here. So
yeah,
it's like you guys. It's so early with Exotix. I mean, you guys haven't even touched.
We're really consolidating right now around the. You know, it's right around the 4 million market cap. consolidation.
Yeah.
So.
You know the crazy thing is right now it's not the right now it's kind of hard to really look at a good project and say, okay, because if you're looking at the green candles and say, well, this is what's gonna dictate a good project, man. Listen, the whole market is stabilizing itself for a pump, and we don't know when that pump's gonna come. That pump could come this year, pump could come next year. Something ridiculous is gonna happen to the market, but it's gonna be on the basis of what all these projects are doing right now, right? This project, when that pump happens, and that's what I'm thinking. When that pump happens, there's many projects that will not last, and I could tell you each one of them. You know, a lot of the ones that will not last.
Oh,
they're the ones that you're not seeing right now.
I ain't got enough fingers and toes
you're not,
to count that.
Yeah, you're not seeing them right now. There's a couple that you're seeing that they might not last, but there's a lot that you're not seeing that are not setting the standard. Like, you know, and this is what I look at. You know, Exotic is setting the standard. Like, you know, a few other projects. It's a very few.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a lot of little cartoons that you're gonna see in your wallet. They're gonna be gone. They're gonna be gone.
I'll touch on that. You know, what we're doing, guys, is we're changing the way that crypto is, like the way that this space is working, and not in an egotistical way, but in a way that we're bringing value to the real world, that it's also crossing over into crypto. A lot of people are in crypto and they're trying to bring value to their crypto project by brainstorming what they can make, a swap, cross-chain, you know, what marketing they can do, what meme they can create. And basically, like, what we're doing is we're taking real world value you know, what we're creating is something that will be in the cannabis industry, in marketing, in dispensaries, in other places. But to be clear, we went into this with this plan. We didn't create a token and then say, okay, you know, how can we bring real world value to this? That's been our plan all along, is to do what we're doing with the NFTs, get into marketing in the cannabis industry with our NFTs, our, you know, 3D models, our holograms, all that kind of stuff. What we're doing is not just some, you know, Inu or some cartoon project. We're doing real world stuff. And I think that, like, when I say we're bringing a change to crypto, we're bringing, you know, another industry into this, and we're saying, hey, we're done with investing into, you know, tokens that, you know, are just irrelevant. I mean, would you
call them what they are? Call them what they are. Shit coins. That's what they are.
And you know, I do like shit coins for like just pure entertainment, but at the end of the day, you need real investment opportunities and options. And like, looking at the stock market, are there any stocks or public companies that are just a joke? Not really. They're all trying to do something. And if you look at every public company, they have all their members docs. So they have the CEO, CFO, COO, you know, president, whoever it is. It should be the same thing with crypto. I don't care if it's DeFi. You're investing real money, hard-earned dollars. You should know who you're investing your money with. And I personally won't invest with a project who I don't know who's running it. I've made that mistake in the past, and I've gotten screwed over 85% of the time. And the other 15% has not been great. So with that said, I invest in projects who I know who's running it, because I invest in people. I don't invest in ideas or marketing. I invest in people. And that's what I want to make that clear for everybody who's listening, that invest in people. Don't invest in, you know, something that looks cool, because you don't know who's running it. It could be a polished turd, so to speak.
Hey, you got. I couldn't have said it better. I could not have said it better. Oh, go ahead, Bert.
I was gonna say, you know how many invisible devs that hit me up on a daily basis?
Bert,
invisible.
I got about three. I got about three of them.
You know, the crazy thing is, hey, how the heck can your community believe in your project more than the devs? Yeah. The community hit me up to do a review on the project. Like,
bro, that's ass backwards. I'm sorry.
How can you feel like you're so comfortable with that? Like, oh, can you talk about this project? And I respond, can you go tell your dev to hit me up so I could open up?
I've been in that position. I've been in the position where I've been invested in tokens, and I've been the one who's contacting people saying, Dev, you need to hit up this YouTuber because he's trying to contact you. And they're like, not anywhere to be found. So I get it. And that's where this is different. We're working 24/7 to make sure that anybody who contacts us is vetted and their messages read and respond to, whether it's, you know, legitimate or not.
And this is the thing is, and Kyle, you know, and this is why I want people to understand, like, when you asking for certain things, say for instance, why are you not on this YouTuber's channel? Why are you not on this YouTuber's channel, on that YouTuber's channel? Not every YouTuber is the same. Not everybody look, you know, I respect every single YouTuber. Everybody that's in the space of crypto, I respect everybody and I love what they do. But not everybody's the same, right? Like, this is why I came out and did what I did. This is why Darren is doing what he's doing, because of the fact that you have devs that'll desperately want to work. When you got a project that launches, they don't have the amount of money that some of these devs would be willing to work for. I mean, some of these YouTubers would be willing to work for. They don't have it, right? So there's a void. There's an open space where, okay, well, these guys are working for $10,000. Well, if you love crypto, what role can you play, right? And this is where I came about. This is where, you know, Darren came about, and so many other YouTubers. But it's not easy to. It's the same way with exchanges. When you say, well, when Binance, well, do you know the process to get to Binance? Do you know what Coinbase would ask? Do you know what KuCoin would ask? Do you know how much money? Do you know if you not as a holder doing your part? You know, devs are doing their part. They're working. They're showing their face, they docs, they this, that. What else you want? You know what I mean? Everything takes money, especially, I don't know if everybody's in America. If you're not in America, you best believe everything in America is about money, okay? Everything's about money. So when we're dealing with different exchanges, you're asking for so many different things. One thing I want you to keep in mind is to understand that there's money that's attached to everything. And then on top of that, when you're dealing with top exchanges, there's certain type of things, certain type of expectations, certain type of regulations, certain type of paperwork that needs to be filed. There's certain things that they need. So things don't happen. Maybe back in the days, but not right now. Things don't happen like, oh yeah, because I want this, it's gonna happen. In some cases, you may have the money, and there's still certain type of demand that may prevent you from slowing you down from getting to that place. So really, right now, crypto is all about patience, and really, this is why everybody says do your research, and you need to learn as much as you can about crypto, not just the crypto project, but also what they got to go through to give you what you need.
Yeah, and the other thing, you know, to touch on that point, Bert, to create a project that has real utility takes time. That's not something that can happen overnight, and that's what the space is like. I was just in Mike was in a space with me too, and we were just co-hosting a space kind of with Yeti today, just for fun, just to shoot the shit. And it's really crazy, like to watch, like we've talked about in the past, this circular money that's just kind of in the flow in DeFi right now. And that's why, like, you know, I'm not, when it comes to other tokens successes right now, or you know, if this token's doing this or this token's doing that, you know, I'm not going to, man, the word is evading me right now that I used earlier. I don't know why. I'm not threatened by it. I'm not going to be threatened by some other project's success, right? I'm going to be happy for them, you know. Yeti
because it's beneficial to the whole space.
They start going to the moon. You know, good for them. That's great. That doesn't need to be in the space. And the problem why it is with a lot of these Inu coins is because they don't bring anything new to the table. So they all have to try to get the money from the same damn pot. So they all start eating each other alive because they don't have anything original to stand on.
Hey, Rob, I was talking about it earlier. It was recycled money. So what happens is everybody has the same coins. Okay, somebody sells at the top, somebody sells at the bottom, but no matter what, it goes to the next coin. And in that call with Yeti today, it was awesome because there were two communities that were just talking about the crypto community. There was no shilling. We weren't telling them to buy Exotix. They weren't telling us to buy Yeti. It wasn't even about that. It was, how can we get new money into this industry, into this space? How can we change the perception of all these toxic communities I think it's ridiculous that, let's be the Shiba killer, let's be the Dodge killer.
That right
you're
there.
with me or against me, and there's nothing. You come into this community in our Telegram page, there's nothing but respect and this family. Hell, my twin brothers in there. I have friends in there. These guys have personal friends in there. It's legit. It's legit. And if you have questions, we're gonna answer you in the community. And I'm just a day one investor. I met Rob and Kyle through some Telegram groups in the crypto community. Like, I just joined Twitter like 4 months ago, only been in crypto for like a year. But these are guys that like I looked at as like mentors. I respect what they had to say. And in a room of a lot of people that says they're over delivering, underachieving, Kyle and Rob are guys that stuck out, because they were honest. They gave me real advice, and we just built the chemistry. So when I knew that these guys were doing a project, day one all the way. So, I'm glad to be part of this community. It's absolutely my hands down my favorite one of them all.
I'm glad you guys are working with a Yeti, man. I didn't even know.
Andy and them over there, we had an AMA with them today. I didn't talk much. I kind of gave them the floor and Rob the floor. But they're great people, and they're doing something that actually matters, which is, getting going, especially in this day and age. Like, we're talking about the metaverse and we're talking about all these things, but you can't reiterate the importance of working out and being active and keeping your body going. You can't just, be lazy all the time. So I really respect what they're doing. And I think that, the more eyes on them and their docs devs and their, a great project, the better. So
Bert said it best. He said, let's make an impact. We have to make an impact in this community. And that's what we're talking about. Like, how can we, as a crypto community, the docs devs, just everybody work together and bring in new money? Even if it's old school door-to-door sales, you have Yeti in the gym industry, you have Exotix in the cannabis industry. There's opportunity to get new investors in this space and into these coins. Yeah.
Well, fellas, I got to get to this question real quick because I've been looking at it and this is a good question. When is Exotix getting listed to exchanges?
Okay, so I'll cover that. As of right now, we're waiting for the right exchange. So CytoMask has a weird rule where you have to renounce your contract. However, they're making certain exceptions for that. So being, as new as we are, I don't think they're going to make us an exception. That might change in the future, but at this point, we're not the token that's going to be listed on LBank or on, exchanges that aren't readily available in the US. We don't want our holders to have to use a VPN to buy. Like, I don't want to have to tell my friends, hey, you can go buy on an exchange with no gas fees, but you have to use a VPN. It's just that to me doesn't apply. I'd rather be listed on exchanges that are legitimate, that are reputable, that have a track record, that aren't, in some foreign country where we're giving a large supply of tokens to fund, their exchange and trading on their exchange. It just, to me, that's not the way that I want to do it. And I don't see value in being listed on low tier exchanges. I see value in being listed on exchanges that people use and people in the United States specifically use.
Well,
check it out.
The other thing too that happens with that, like I'll use LBank for example. You get on. I've seen it happen so many times on just LBank with investments that I've been in, and the Ethereum side and the original investors always get hurt by it. It always seems to happen because people think that they can sell all their Ethereum side of stuff where the token has been loyal to and the token started on, and they can see this higher price over on LBank now because things haven't, kind of evened out yet as where things are, and they can go do this and bring it over and then sell it a higher amount over on LBank. It happens all the time. And what they don't realize is when they do that, they get pretty wrecked because they don't actually understand all the stuff that is involved with getting to that process of selling over there and moving everything. What is my computer saying to me?
I don't know.
Speaking of Exotix.
Oh, hold on, let me go. Oh yeah. Hey Benny, Jazz is out of town, man. He's with his lady. He's with his lady, so he's taking the day off. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Natalia, my moderator, said she's told several friends about this token. She's very excited for the NFTs. Natalia, where do you see these things? Wait till you see
wait
these.
till you see the preview. At least, I mean,
I see
we
Natalia
need to get
out
to
there
1,000
on
holders,
so-
guys.
Yeah, man. Let's see.
Natalia, you come out with your own YouTube channel, man.
I was trying to tell Natalia I told Natalia, man, we need to have a round table meeting, man, because she gotta know when to start sniping these dudes. Like
come out with that YouTube channel.
Start sniping these people in the comments.
I supported 110%, man.
Yeah, man. Man, I missed out on getting on the state time early July. I didn't know about trust. Oh, well, yeah, Benny. Yeah, I mean, I got in August, so it ain't that big of a deal. But this ain't about state time.
I'm looking forward to see what Exotix gonna be next year, man. Like I'm seriously, like this is, before I found a couple other tokens, it was this was like my savior and
Natalia
my wallet,
said, Natalia said, I don't even smoke, but I'm still hype. But that's all right. Rob don't smoke either.
Exotix, in my knowledge, is far beyond what y'all thinking. That's the thing. It's far beyond this.
And T-Mac with another bomb. Sellers get wrecked. Yeah, T-Mac. I literally re-upped on my bag, like added some more to it just before the dip was eaten. So I did it just in time. That was crazy. Yeah. And it took literally all of 10 minutes. Now, Jazz, on the other hand, hey, Bert, Jazz is trying to buy Exotix. You guys, this is crazy. He's trying to buy. And what happened was he was using Boost Swap.
I don't even know what
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Did he say Boost Swap? I think he said Blue Swap.
Oh, no, he said Blue Swap. He said Boost Swap, which is like on the Boost coin.
Oh, okay.
It's like that little swap. So you do it on your phone. So he was using that, and the transaction failed. So he was like, "Well, maybe it's just not meant to be." And I'm looking at this dip going up. And I'm like, Jazz, you better buy something before it's too late, bro. I said, you about to. Man, he finally got. I told him, dude, go to Uniswap and just, you know what I'm saying, do it like normal people.
Yeah, I mean, man, we're only available on Uniswap. I don't know about Boost Swap, but
I don't know, man.
If this is Uniswap's API, and then
it could be. I'm sure that's probably what it is, because he's done this live. Remember he did the Shinja thing. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, that actually seems like a good intro for what I was gonna show you guys. I'm just commenting. Sellers get wrecked. Community eats dips like we're starving, and it kind of brings me to why I kind of was asked to kind of be on this little panel here. Is I want to kind of show you guys a little bit of something.
There we go.
I can show the evidence. So again, when you hear people come in the community and say, "Oh, 75% owned by 6 people," I wouldn't invest here. Yeah, right. Data doesn't lie. People do, man. It's just so again, I let the data do the talking. So again, I can come up with these little, lines that I use, but I seriously believe it.
Tell us what we're looking at here, Mike.
Yes. So as of this, I think I ran this morning, yesterday. I forget. We had 855 holders. Actually, I just ran it earlier. 855 holders. So what it does, it breaks down all the coins in that are in circulation in distribution here. So this is how many coins are locked, the percentage of them, and then you have how many people own. Who are the big whales here? We call them kingpins around here, who have 25 trillion or more. There's only 4 of them. So again, then you look at who owns $1 trillion or more. There's only 79 of them. So again, you can see this circulation, the percentages and stuff. So again, I go all the way down. But what I do is with my report, I like to, I can tell the percentage of wallets who own the majority of the coins, who's buying, selling, and then when a whale sells, who buys the dip. And the one thing the community likes and my followers like is being somebody categorized. So what I call anybody who owns like $1 trillion or more, I call them the kingpins here. So I have a kingpin watch. And so what I look for here is how many percent of the overall coins in distribution do these big wallets hold. So basically you come up here, so you could see that in the past 24 hours, there were 2 people that dropped, right? You can see down here, the numbers in black, these are the people that are buying. So as you can see here, this is a snapshot from New Year's. Look at, you can see the red of the big wallets that already sold. Look at all the people who are buying.
Wow.
They're spending $300, $500, $1,000 maybe. So these guys are going to be our, future, possibly kingpins of tomorrow. And then what ends up happening? So again, I break down the people who don't have $1 trillion yet. I call those guys the middlemen. So again, just a little personality here. And then then the guys under 100 billion, I call them the street hustlers, because man, no kingpin gets to count the money without the middleman and the street hustler, right? So you guys talked about Will selling and buying the dip, right? Last week, I woke up, it was like 1:30 in the morning, and all of a sudden, the price dropped in half. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell just happened? And then all of a sudden, everybody in the Telegram page says, let's go, let's go, let's go. All of a sudden, we built that green wall, 40 straight buys. It was crazy. 15 of them were net new wallets, 25 of them added to their bags. Because when you come over to Dex Tools, you can see, over here, who's bought multiple times. You can see here at this time, 1:27 in the morning, this person, who'd been selling and selling and selling, really trying to dump the price. He got wrecked. He totally got wrecked.
Oh, he got wrecked.
Look at that green wall, man. Look at that. And look at the buys. 0.16, 0.06. There's an ETH, 1.8. Look at all the small buys. That's community coming together. And if that doesn't explain who buys the dip around here, I don't understand who. So I used to run this for a couple other coins, and I kind of got out of those coins with some profit, because again, all they did was promise soon, later, everything was over promised, under delivered. So I got the hell out of those coins. So you could see when I first started running this distribution, look at the percentage of the whales in 72%, Exotix 38%. Even Helsing did the same thing there. They didn't have that many more holders than we did. They have 500 more holders, 81% of them. So look at all their top bags own the coin. That is not the case here. Look at here. The top bags, 36%. It's crazy.
Mike, man, Mike, you got a lot, man. I don't know how the hell you do this. I know your woman. I know your woman be like,
you ain't never got time for me.
I think my wife is listening, and she is probably laughing her tail off right now as we speak, saying, "You have no clue."
With that Exotix? Why are you always doing them numbers?
But what pisses me off the most, and when these coins, not necessarily, I'm not even calling out these coins, it's all these little Inu coins is who have the high wallets of distribution of the whales. Because they dump at a high price, and what do? They pump it so all the retail holders can end up buying at all-time high, have no choice but to hold on forever at 50, 60, 70, 90% loss. And not in our community, we have a low percentage of whales, and those yesterday's retail investors, it's today's sharks, whales, and then the whales are going to FOMO in later after they see the NFT. I can't wait, because honestly, I have a pretty nice stack, and I'm excited for the future of this coin.
Yeah, because I love FOMO. FOMO is great.
I'm looking to see how the community is gonna react when when they see what we saw.
Oh my God.
I'm looking forward.
Y'all don't know nothing about no NFTs.
Between the NFTs and this community and the devs and Bert making an impact. I told you 2 stories today how I want to make an impact in this space, and I'm new. I'm a nobody in this space, but I want to help change the face with these guys. I do.
And this is why personally I tell people, I say, hey, what are you doing? Right?
I know what I'm doing. I'm out there with T Mac chilling too.
We are talking
about killer chiller.
Yeah, we are talking about less than 4%, right, of the world that's in crypto.
Yeah.
And most of them are.
I sure as heck don't just.
Did we find out the other day that most of them are on centralized exchanges? Anyway?
Yeah, I sure as heck don't just want to be an investor, right?
DeFi is even less. So
Jeez.
Exactly. So when you're looking at where we at right now, like you think I could just settle down and just being an investor, man, this is a chance to. This like World War I, World War II. Like play your position. You know what I mean? If you're the soldier on the field, like. How many enemies did you kill type of stuff? This is where we at right now. Like I want to kill as many bad guys as I can so I could put my name on the list and in the history line because we making history in crypto. Where you belong, you know. You could be the best shiller. You could be the best, you know, hey man, you know, I shill. You know what I mean? If that's all you could do, like personally, I feel like I can do that.
But Bert, Mike always hanging out with T-Mac. I don't know what to do.
I don't know. I believe T-Mac.
I love T-Mac. He's the man. He's
T-Mac's
active in the community. He shills everywhere, and just this camaraderie in this community. It's bonkers, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. T-Mac is everywhere. I think they're gonna name the new variant after him. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
What, you got that new? Oh, you got that T-Mac? Ooh, no.
Oh no, thank you.
I don't have the T-Mac.
You know the crazy thing is, cannabis is just now in the verge of being accepted all around, and then crypto is also in the verge of being accepted all around.
I mean, let's just be honest here.
Y'all see the craziness that's about to go down.
I think there's gonna be. I mean, the way it was explained, and you know who explained this shit, Bert. When I say this, the way it was explained is like now because of all these, you know, we're dealing with all these, you know, different variants and X, Y, and Z, and this getting passed this way, this getting passed this way, everybody touching this, touching that. I think they're saying the way that the way everything's gonna be purchased now, it's got to be crypto because paper fiat is just,
man, I guarantee you,
nasty.
I guarantee you, by 2023, Walmart gonna have its own coin. Amazon gonna have Amazon coin.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I
Google,
love Walmart.
I guarantee you, I'd be surprised if by the end of the year, Google or Apple don't come out with their own token. You see where we're going at? So yeah, that's just backing up what you just said there. And I don't know if people seeing that. Crazy thing is, that's the problem with a lot of people. Majority of us that are in crypto, we're the only one in our family that's in crypto. We got to convince everybody else. So, you know, in some cases, they may try to pull you on their side, like, man, you crazy. What you talking about cryptocurrency? It's a scam. You know, by the time you talk to 3 family members, and they all tell you the same thing, you may lose your faith.
Man, I'm ticked off because I literally had people like telling me, oh, you like crypto or crypto's a scam. I'm like, dude.
I'd be like, you a scam.
Yeah, like, get out of here. Get out of here.
You're ignorant.
I just show them the wallet.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
they
my favorite is when they tell me it's not real money.
Well, shit. Tell me what never mind. I was gonna
want to bet.
Watch this.
This is funny money.
This is called Uniswap.
I see people talking about it's hard to get their lady to understand.
Oh,
crypto.
dude,
it's hard for you to get your woman to understand crypto. Listen,
man,
let me tell you, I was in the big parking lot. I transferred $30K, and I said, "Baby, check the bank account." That's it. That easy. Like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Yep.
Like, nah, it's just she knows crypto more than I do.
Yeah, man. Hey, check this out. Let me get to some of these comments, brothers. Let's see. Because I went through a whole bunch and didn't even post them.
That's because they didn't drop no super chat.
I can't do it yet, man. Like, yo, can I get some subscribers, people? Come on, man, get it together. That would be great, wouldn't it? Don't you think so, fellas?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained? Damn it!
Hit that subscribe button, guys.
Yeah, man. All right, so Benny has a great question. Benny has the most important question of all.
When Lambo?
Yeah.
Okay. Benny, soon come. And this is not financial advice, and I'm not your I'm not your daddy. Okay.
Yeah.
If you had to pick somebody as your financial advisor, would you pick that dude over there?
I pick Kyle, man.
That dude.
Actually, no, I probably pick Rob. Nah, Rob is too calm. Rob is calm. Rob is gonna tell you like, look,
man. Y'all ever watch?
Matter of fact, I pick Mike, man. Mike knows the
y'all
numbers.
ever watch what they call that show, man?
I'm the numbers guy.
I pick Mike.
Yeah.
Rob, let me tell you something. Rob got the look of try me.
Rob just gonna call you and tell you broke.
Rob got that. Rob got that look. Try me.
Yeah, Rob like look, mother. Rob gonna
Like,
be one of the dudes like, look, motherfucker, you ain't got no more money.
Yeah,
Stop it. Stop it. Cut it out.
Rob.
Yeah,
Rob's gonna be the guy hanging outside your door if you owe him $5.
Nick is just, and if you can't understand it, Nick is gonna draw it on the board for you. Like, this is how broke you are. You are this broke.
Nick seemed like the dude, like, hey, whatever, I'm down with you. I got your back type of dude.
Yo, Nick look like he gonna
Kyle like the type of dude you sit there and have, a freaking 5-hour conversation and you thought it was an hour. Type of dude.
Hey, Nick looked like he done slammed somebody through a table before. I can see. I think I can.
Nick looked like a nice guy, man.
Yeah, till you cross him.
Yeah. You don't want to piss Nick off.
Darren, you wrong. We sitting out here talking about these guys like they're not even here.
Shoot, we talk about Jazz's hair like it ain't here.
Nah, not we. You do.
No, hold on. You called his hair juicy. You said his hair.
I'm just going by what you said, bro.
He said Jazz's hair looks very moisturized.
Keep talking about his curls dripping.
You said the drip. You said, man, come on. You said he had it. You said his hair looked like Eazy-E.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see. Been loading my bags as I go since Mr. Bird's first AMA. Hey, good job, man. Welcome to the top 140 holders last night. Damn. All right, I see.
Yeah, I see Fred, like he'll come in all the Twitter spaces I go in too. So, kudos to Fred, man. This guy's everyone in our community is they're just awesome. They're all
you guys' a Telegram is actually a Telegram I look forward to.
Yeah, man.
Everybody else's, man, they suck.
I keep telling them too, like I'm actually gonna be it's gonna be like a bittersweet thing, like when you got those 20,000 Telegram members in and you can't even keep up with, how it goes.
Oh man, yeah. Right now, it's just the clubhouse.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna come, and I'm really gonna. It's gonna be interesting to see, I guess, how that all evolves and all that. But I'm gonna miss like the kind of more ground level intimate days. So.
You guys are having a healthy growth, man.
What you talking about, Robert? What Robert talking about Shinju? You talking about that little dojo swap? I guess. Let's see. I know nothing about it, so I can't speak on that. T Max said, loving the Kingpin life.
Yeah,
that's what's up, T Max. All right, let's see. Q is a whale. Okay, Q. All right, Mike G with the facts, as always. Men lie, women lie, numbers do not.
Thanks, Dad.
And then Fred,
I don't lie, I just don't tell the truth sometimes. There's a difference. Talking about.
He always be lying to me. He always lying to me.
Comments, and I see Fred Beer saying that he hasn't smoked in 25 years and he's been sober. This is a token. It's like investing in a cannabis stock, guys. We're bringing real value to the blockchain and to crypto. You don't have to consume cannabis to invest in us and to like what we're doing. I just want to make that clear for everybody that like we're a token for everybody who wants to make money and wants to make money in the cannabis industry through crypto.
Yeah. I mean, definitely.
Just with cannabis stocks and cannabis companies, like there's a lot of people that even are heavily invested in and start up, giant grow farms, and they don't partake in cannabis at all. They just understand what a smart investment is.
I know I know a person specifically who doesn't smoke, doesn't even drink, and has a very large farm. So
well, let's think about it. I mean, if you want to take it away from cannabis, and bring it into a market where cannabis is associated with product that you use on a daily basis. Okay, these are things that we don't talk about when we talk about lotion, soap, shampoos, and all these other different things that cannabis right now is into. You know, it's just
you got hemp oil,
really,
you got all kind of you got all kind
and,
of stuff.
And you know, without, I mean, I'm gonna get into my health and fitness side here, and I'm gonna go into the big pharma and the opioid epidemics and all that crap that's going on now, and how many lives that's actually ruined. Like, you know, there's just, I think that the stigma. Again, I don't smoke myself. I personally use CBD. I've used it as I was an athlete and for, you know, problems that I have, and it helps me immensely. And it's just, there's going to be a huge turning point here with the cannabis industry as a whole too. Just with more mass adoption, it's only going, just like crypto, just like Exotix is going to. The only way for the industry is up.
That's it.
So I mean, if you just break it down to brass tacks and look at it from that angle, it's pretty much a no-brainer. But I just, again, even as someone who doesn't partake in smoking it, I know the actual medical benefits of it, and I just, it's mind-boggling to me, the stigma that still even exists with it, you know, within the public, when we have basically big pharma just, you know, pumping out poison to people.
You're right.
I just, it's
you know what it is. You know what it is, Rob. It's conditioning. It's conditioning, man. Like we've been brainwashed for quite some time. So, you know, I mean, it's like the devil, you know what I mean. It's kind of like that situation.
And like anything, you know, it'll wane, and it'll become more mainstream, more acceptable.
Let's put it this way: cannabis is a plant. There's many things you could do with a plant. There's many things. You know, when society attached cannabis to smoking, getting high. Well, cannabis, according to history, can be applied to many different things. It is a very valuable plant when you take it away from just the getting high aspect. Okay, history has told it, and it is so much valuable. This is the reason why it was put illegal all over.
Yeah, man, you can't have anything out there in the free market and you can't tax it.
Yeah, once the world learn to accept it, you're gonna see the amount of opportunity and the amount of adoption application that you could apply cannabis towards. You know, so this is something that, you know, I would advise. Like, it's not financial advice, of course, but this also plays a big role into doing your research to know, you know, the product or the use case that a certain project is backing, what can be done with it, what is the growth, what is the potential, the future potential of that specific project versus what, you know, and relating to what it chooses to back up.
Let's just be honest. This is a project. This is a people's project, man. Like this is a project for the average individual. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't think I can. I think I can probably name like 5 people I know, that only 5 that don't smoke. So, or partake in some sort of benefit from this plant. So at the end of the day, I mean, man, do you understand why? Now you understand why this is almost, what is it at now, Kyle? Like almost a $1 trillion business. Just the cannabis industry.
The cannabis industry, yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, like
it's huge, massive. I mean, when you combine the actual cannabis revenue with like the technology companies and other people, it's monstrous.
Yeah. So basically, so that, and you know, it's the people's token, and now I see why Fred gifted his sister with some. You know what I'm saying? Benny said, "Congratulations, hey, you know, yes, you are the man, Fred, definitely." Let's see here.
I think you missed the comment that Fred donated $200.
Yeah, I just referenced that.
Yeah, that was so that's another thing. There's been a bunch of giveaways in the community, and again, I have a passion for this community, and when that was going on, you guys wouldn't even believe me that I've donated 1.6 trillion coins from day one.
Well,
I got my niece's husband into it. I get sent some to my sister. We my brother Brett on here. We sent to a couple of buddies. Like, we want everybody we want more people to know about Exotix.
Yeah.
And I want to see this brand grow and to be a day one holder and know these guys. I want nothing but success. So for me, I don't win unless everybody wins. So I want more people to know about Exotix, and I got them in early enough where they're already making profit, and it's awesome.
Well, we got a question for Nick. I want to hear Nick's passion for branding.
You want me to just monologue about branding? I mean,
man, hit it, man. Hey, kick that hot 16, Nick. I know you got one in you. You need a beat? You need a beat? I can...
No, that's not me, but I need a more specific question, I guess.
All right, Brett.
I can give a quote about, I mean, branding is what people say about your company when you're not in the room.
Okay. I mean, I felt that one.
I felt like we were talking to the professor. We asked the professor a question.
Yeah, man, that was deep, man. Hey, poetry fingers.
Sir, what is branding?
Branding is to what brand is and what is. It's all about the brand and the ing. Snap, everyone, snap. That was deep. All right, let's see. Do more AMAs and upload more videos there. Hey, Benny, man, get off my ass, man. I'm trying to work here, man.
Does this man know how long you've been doing this? To even have, listen, okay.
Hey, shout out to everybody that subscribed. Young Crypto Snack, yeah. She subscribed. Zalan Khan. Oh, that's a dope name. That sounds like a Marvel villain. Let's see. Yeah, Fred, no super chats, bro. We poor over here. We broke. My fraternity is broke 5 broke. Okay. Let's see. Shout out to Rod. Love you guys, Rod. Thank you. No problem, Fred. Yo, Fred is active on the chat. Shout out to Fred. Hey, there you go, Fred. Let's see. Congrats on the channel. Thank you very much, Mr. Miller. My homegirl Deborah. Oh, she's going. She said she wants to shoot a commercial for Exotix. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She is hilarious. She is hilarious.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and then she says I'm bougie now because I'm on YouTube, so she calls me Duran.
Oh, okay.
Instead of Darren, I got 50 subscribers. That can't be that bougie.
Yeah.
Like, geez.
Man, if you're bougie now with 50 subscribers, I don't want to see you with 1 million.
Man,
plus.
what?
Yikes.
Let me get 1,000. Over. What? Oh my God! I'm chopping the top off of Flying Spur just for the heck of it. Let's see. Might have been asked and listings coming up. Yeah, it was asked, but and Rob gave an explanation for it. If you want to go back, this will definitely be on YouTube, and you can go back and see his answer. I think it was probably about 20 minutes ago. 856 holders. All right, that's the definite number. Cool. Fred said, I'd rather everyone smoke than drink. Yeah, I feel you. Everyone must get stoned. Yeah, I think that's an interesting message.
Yeah.
I guess Fred might be wanting to do your commercials next.
He might be talking about the Bob Dylan song, Everybody Must Get Stoned. So that is a classic song, man.
I would say I wish you all were coming to the Crypto Expo in Dubai. Yeah. Cannabis is a no-go in Dubai. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, it is a no-go. It is a definite no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Muslim country, bro. Natalia, I second that. Yo, Fred, man. I like Fred, man. Fred needs a TV. Fred needs a channel, Bert. Like Fred got a lot to say. Gave up drinking 11 years ago, but I smoked for 32 years. Drink has killed so many of my family. Yo, Rob, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that. Because that is whack. You know what I'm saying? Any plans for listing on L Bank? Sniper Puppy, he explained as to why not. But just to give a brief synopsis, Rob, if you want to do that again.
I mean, Kyle actually was the one that.
Kyle, yeah. As to why.
Yeah, I mean, so L-Bank, is not available in the USA, at least conventionally. I mean, you can use a VPN to get to it, but for most of our users and our user demographic, we're trying to list on legitimate exchanges that are usable in the US and mostly larger exchanges. We don't really see the benefit at the current moment of listing on an exchange that most of our user base couldn't access, legitimately.
Okay. Deborah's still in here. All right. Yeah, she must have heard me say she wants to shoot the commercial for you guys. So we're gonna put that together for you fellas.
Cool.
She is hilarious. She's like that auntie at the barbecue that drank a little too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it goes from like, hey sweetie, to like, hey motherfucker. No.
Yeah.
With some
Let's
of that.
go.
66 subscribers. Oh shoot. You ain't seen Bougie yet. Oh boy, it's on the way.
Moving up in the world.
Yo, I'm gonna wear a vest everywhere and just cut off the sleeves like Bert. Now, T-Max said he gotta run. Feed the sun. Okay, keep up the good work. Thanks for hosting the Exotix. Absolutely, anytime. They're welcome here anytime. This is their second home.
Yeah, thank you, T-Mac.
Yes. Thanks. Who did that? If all of y'all are here, who's there?
That's probably Nick.
Oh, that's why Nick is over there so quiet.
Nick, is that you?
That was me. Yeah.
Okay. So Nick was just gonna say, yeah, it was Nick. And Nick was just gonna sit there like it wasn't him. Okay, I got you.
No, I figured it was Nick.
Yo, Nick is a dangerous man. Let me find out you got a second life. Let me see. In the US.
All right, well, I read that comment. Let me pull up the user terms and conditions for you. It's not allowed in the US. The IRS prohibits it. You can access it, but using it, for tax purposes and whatnot is not okay. And if you want, you can DM me at Exotix Kyle on Telegram, and I'll send you that. Just so you know, just be careful.
Oof. Jeez. So people that have LBank on their phones, they have to enable the VPN protocol.
Well, so I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm also not an accountant, and I'm not a tax attorney. So with that said, it comes down to tax, and it comes down to how LBank does things and reports things. And LBank is not, technically allowed to be used in the United States. So that's just it. And I'll send anybody that wants, the information, the terms and conditions, and you can read for yourself.
Are they not KYC compliant? Is that the
No, it has nothing to do with KYC. It's IRS compliant. It's reporting taxes, it's reporting gains, it's reporting income, all that.
Yeah, because every year with Coinbase or whatever, I get a form.
Yep.
I have to. Yeah. Okay. Got you. All right. Let's see.
It's similar to Binance. So you can use Binance US, which is a loophole, which is allowed here. But like in 2017, when I was using Binance, I can't use that account anymore. I can use it with a VPN, but I can't use it, just normally. Same with Hotbit. Same with, a lot of the different exchanges. You have to read the terms and conditions and see if the IRS allows you to use it. If they don't, then you probably shouldn't be using it if you're in the United States.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Got you. Well, I just learned a lot in 10 minutes. Wow. Because I'm like, why did they even allow these things on the app stores? Because I know like certain apps that are allowed over in say China or whatever are not allowed here and vice versa. So, but LBank is everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Let's see. Any other questions? Let me see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Because I think I was zooming real fast.
It's like saying you can go buy fake Louis Vuitton bags or fake Coach bags online. Why aren't those links banned? It's not legal to buy them. It's not legal to sell them, but you can still access it. It's the same kind of thing.
Like regulation is just so far behind all across the board. Think about some of the things that we've been using for so many years and still have not been able to caught on to create a way. But think about crypto when people are asking for so much to be done in crypto. Like, you still can't, stop from fake Louis Vuitton, like he was saying, and all these craziness going on. Why you so much expecting so much from crypto that we're still trying to catch on from the last 30, 40 years.
Why you calling my Louis Avatar fake.
Because the L is lowercase.
You can access
This
a lot of
this
things.
is a Laura Avatar. Laura Avatar.
We're about following the rules, guys. Like, we're not about like saying, oh yeah, just go use Outbank on a VPN if you're in the United States. That's not the way we do it. Like, we want you guys to be safe and, you know, follow your local rules and regulations. Follow, you know, everything that you need to stay above the board.
And you know, one thing about that too, because I used to be on Binance way back in the days, and all of a sudden I got this message saying that, hey, you got to move all your tokens because you won't be able to use this no more, blah blah blah. And I never use
because I know there's certain assets that aren't available.
Yeah.
On some are available for Binance US, and then some
Binance US, I don't even use that junk, man. Yeah. It's like, because by the time I transfer my money there, it takes 10, 11 days to get there, and I don't know if there's a shortcut for that. That's why
11 days.
That's why I stay away from BNB tokens. You don't never hear. I've only talked about one BNB token because they asked me to come to the channel. But
that was right. It was right.
I don't buy them, because it's. I'm not supposed to go through so much. I'm already dealing with Uniswap and whatever, and I gotta go through so much to figure out how to get some BNB. Like, make it easy.
I've never owned a BNB token ever.
Yeah, but
I mean, probably just the stigma behind them, like, the rug pulls and all that, and it's like a fantasy factory for rug pulls. So
yeah, about using all these outside different type of exchanges that are not allowed here in the States. It's the fact that at some point in time they may get up and tell you even your VPN won't. What are you gonna do with your account? All these tokens, you could potentially lose so much money. Depends on how much you have on these. I don't even trust these exchanges. So
well, yeah, I mean that's like where I'm at. I want my wallet to be my wallet. That's why I like DeFi. I don't want to find out and wake up in the morning that Coinbase got hacked and I've lost all my stuff.
Yo, it's crazy. Somebody just had a story about that in Orlando. I guess this lady and her husband or something like that said they had a whole slew, like, I don't know, like 6 figures in Coinbase, and then somebody hacked them.
Yeah.
And just theirs, not everybody else's, but just theirs. I don't know. That was kind of strange.
I think it was a dusting attack. I think I remember that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, but like I'm saying, like, how does that happen on a centralized exchange? Are they supposed to have?
So what? I'll explain. What happens basically is that there's what's called dusting tokens, and there's scammers out there who create a token that they send to your wallet, and whenever you go to authorize that token to buy, sell, transfer, it doesn't matter. They drain your entire wallet.
Like key7.net.
Yeah, well, yeah. Key7 is one of them. There's a bunch of others, but basically,
I got abship.com.
Yep. Yeah. So if it appears in your wallet and you're like, wow, I'm rich overnight, it's too good to be true always. Like, you never just get free money. And if you give that your wallet permission to access that, and you give them permission, all of your money will be gone immediately.
And you know what I think too, Kyle? I don't know. I haven't tried it because I'm the type of person, if I don't buy it, I don't see it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It could be on my wallet. I'll ignore it like it's not even there. I think they start doing that junk with NFTs too, because I got 5 NFTs.
No, there is. There's a celebrity who posted that he got an NFT airdrop to his Coinbase wallet, and he was showing the NFT, and he went to interact with it, and it drained his whole wallet. So yeah, they're getting really sophisticated with it. So
I got 5 NFTs in my wallet that I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, you don't know where the hell they came from.
The only NFT I have is the NFT that Yeti sent to me, and I've never bought NFTs because I still don't understand the whole mindset about these little cartoons that what I'm saying. And this is what This is going back to Exotix. This is why I like what Exotix is doing. Like, their NFTs. Some of the thing with the Exotix NFTs that I cannot talk about that I love so much is the fact that. When I look at, I'm like, what I do with this? I can't even send it to my wife and be like, baby, here's a gift. Like, I can't. It's just like my kid could draw that junk, but what you got to see Exotix NFTs?
Thank you, Bert. You got me a picture. Bert got me a picture.
most of the NFTs, guys, they're all a gimmick. So they're all created by an AI program that puts together different variables. So you have, pink hair, blue hair, green hair. You have laser eyes, you have smoke, you have, wow. different lips, different eyes. And this AI program takes all of these variables and makes all of these different kinds. There's zero artistic value to it. And they're charging an insane, like 10,000 mints of all these different, random generated things that were done within less than an hour. Forget about it. It's silly.
Kyle, did you see the one that sold at Art Basel for this insane amount of money?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's like, I heard an analogy, and the analogy was that we are living in the early days of eBay. That's where NFTs are, where you could go on eBay and you could sell a potato chip that was shaped as like a heart or a dog or something for a lot of money. That's where we're at. It's supply and demand. You could sell weird novelties right now. There's not enough supply of real projects to meet the demand of people that are just like, oh, cool, digital art. Let me buy it. It's going to go up in money.
Hey, Kyle, I figured it out.
I'm about to turn my birth certificate into an NFT.
I'm about to start selling pet rock NFTs.
Right? Yeah, bro. I mean, to me, it's like you could just make whatever you want. You can make any animal. You can make any weird, variation, and it doesn't matter because it'll sell. And it's going to change to where okay, people are going to realize you can use NFTs to track products. You can use it to track ownership.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Things and just sell art.
Let's see. Mm-hmm. Ste. Yes. Hello. My name is Ste. Steve. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay. I recommend.
So I wanted to clarify a little more on the dusting attacks. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. What I'm talking about is actually leaving your money in and your tokens in centralized exchanges, and then let's just look at what happens to Sony. Let's look at what happens to all these major companies when they have security breaches.
Yep.
I got my MetaMask wallet on my laptop that I only use for crypto, that I have on VPNs, that I have all my personal securities. No one's getting into my wallet. No one's getting my money. I know about dust attacks, and you have to educate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the Hotbit hack that just happened. Where all that.
Oh, Bitmart, you mean Bitmart?
Bitmart.
Was it Bitmart? Yeah, Bitmart. And it's just that's why I personally stay away from CEXs in general. I'm not leaving my stuff in there.
Yeah, there's a saying that goes, not your keys, not your tokens. So if you don't have a private key, then you don't own your tokens. It doesn't matter if you have an account with Coinbase or you have an account with Bitmart or whoever. You don't have a private key, they're not your tokens. They're someone else's tokens that hold them in a wallet.
Yep.
I like that, man.
There you go.
I like that.
Natalia said Exotix will be my first NFT purchase. I'm so excited. Yo, Natalia, wait till you see these. Oops, I ain't seen them. I ain't seen nothing.
You saw them. You just can't see nothing.
I saw them things, but I didn't see what you think.
That's the bad part about being on the back end or certain.
I know, man. I want to tell somebody bad, but I can't.
Think of how we feel this whole time.
Yeah, guys, come on, get us to 1,000 holders. Come on.
All right, here we go. 69 mil. That's how much it was, Robert. That's that ridiculous NFT at Art Basel. Lord,
crazy.
69 million.
69, what? Dude. Yes.
Really? People do have money to throw away.
People got bread, man. You can't look, man. Even poor. I see fat poor people. It doesn't even. I see overweight homeless people. It doesn't make any sense to me. And people got money, man.
All right, that's it.
Fishy. There's something fishy going on out here.
I'm about to have some Bert NFTs out tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
People gonna buy.
Hello, Steve said thumbs up. Steve.
Don't mess with C, man.
I've never owned an NFT either. I'm aging myself here, but man, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I wouldn't know what to buy.
I haven't owned one either, my man. So you are not alone, Mike.
So far from what I've seen, exotic NFTs looking like something I could play with.
No. The crazy thing is when I found out when I was watching Jazz and one of his partners on the live stream, and his partner is his buddy is a NFT like guru. So this dude was telling me, like, I got in on the live stream and whatever, and he was telling me about there's rug pulls and NFTs too. Like, gee, I'm like, man, like, I'm thinking these are safer, but nah, not even close. So,
no, I mean, NFTs are really all about when you're investing in an NFT and looking into an NFT. It's really about you're investing into the community. It's really just kind of like investing into a token in a sense. You know, an NFT is only as good and as strong as its dev teams and its tokens. You know, are the dev teams going to continue the project? Are the dev teams, you know, working on future utility for that NFT? Because like Kyle said, you know, there are going to be in the future contracts written through NFTs. NFTs are going to be huge. It's just it's another thing you have to do your research on. And an NFT's value, like, you know, the floor value of an NFT is only as good as its community and what the community is doing within that space. So
I can dig that.
It's still, you know, I hate to say like, oh, it's just a shitty looking NFT or this or that, but if somebody really does find value in it and they like it, who am I to say like that's crap? You know,
I see what you're saying. Because put it this way, let's say Exotix come out with an NFT, or you know, Bert Inu token come out with an NFT.
Oh, we back to Bert Inu now?
Yeah,
that's what we doing.
These people been
Darren, I like the pet rock. I bet you could sell those out in 2 seconds on a
Hey yo, you think we ain't talking after this?
Yeah.
So let's say okay, it may not be the greatest NFT looking NFT, but let's say my company sustain itself for about a certain amount of years, and 5 years from now it's a multi-million-dollar company and we're doing good, this and that. This NFT that these people own at that moment that is so rare, even though it looks bad, is gonna be extremely valuable because heck, look at Apple. Look at the first cell phone they came out with, you know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. So
yeah,
you know,
I still got one.
That's why I think, you know, associating with what Rob said, it has value on the basis. It's the same way, like he says with the tokens, right? You know, you may have, you know, Bert Inu right now, and I'm like, yeah, Limbo coming tomorrow by the dip, and the next thing you know, next month I rug pull you guys. But what if I last 5 years, right? 5 years and the amount of holders or growing, the community is growing, then my token become much more valuable.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know.
Let's see here.
And there's not a lot of projects out there that are both a token and an NFT project. There's not a lot of there's just not a lot of that.
So
I'm seeing more of it, but you're right. There's not a lot. I'm seeing. How about this? I'm seeing more promises of NFT. There you go. I haven't exactly seen them in tangible form, but I'm seeing promises of NFTs.
I'll
like the way down the roadmap. Okay, go ahead. Hit them.
Yeah, so basically, the NFTs are part of the utility of the token. So with that said, if you buy the NFTs, you will get rewarded in certain ways from Exotix. Now, with that said, we don't plan on adding or doing any liquidity adding. We've seen that done on other projects, and it makes it very hard for the price to move. If you continually have liquidity added. Our liquidity right now is sufficient. It's $500,000 with where we're at right now. So with that said, the NFTs offer utility, which will get more people into the token, which will raise the value of it. And the utility that we have coming into the real world of cannabis and advertising with our NFTs, our 3D models, in actual dispensaries via holograms and other advertising methods will, boost the value of the token.
Gotcha. Okay. How many will be released, and will it be on OpenSea?
We're not releasing that yet. And yes, they will be on OpenSea, as well as we're working on an NFT marketplace that's our own, that you'll be able to buy it from, as well as a Metaverse, integration, as well as a VR AR environment.
Okay. From what I've seen on other tokens that have NFTs, they divided the sale percentage somehow. Example, 25% of the sale used for buybacks and burns, or holding an NFT will give you the benefits of utility of the token. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So there will be benefits for holding the NFT that will cross over into the token as well, and we'll release more of that as we get closer to releasing the NFTs. The preview is going to be first, and more details will roll out after that.
Yo, Sniper Puppy, that was an extensive comment, man. Do you know?
Yeah, no, he's smart. He knows what's up.
Yo,
I just we can't release too much information yet. We want to get the preview out and then really start to roll things out, and build hype as we can.
I gotta get monetized, man. Sniper Puppy, you know how much that comment would have costed you, man? Man, that'd have been a whole.
The other thing too, that like this is big picture thinking here. With cannabis being, really still in its infancy and as a marketplace and DeFi and crypto as well. I really foresee in the future that crypto is going to be let's say a huge factor in the future of cannabis. I just don't think anyone knows it yet, or let's say the right project might not have come along quite yet. To really help aid in the legalization of cannabis as a whole. Because what is the blockchain? The blockchain, everything's trackable. Everything is, you have tracing on everything that can be done through it. And I really foresee crypto and cannabis in the future being a happy marriage.
Yeah, you got my vote, man. It's just at the end of the day, it's the merging of two what they call black sheeps. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. I mean, I can't see why it wouldn't. Well, I have no more questions at this point. That's it. That's pretty much it. Any going once, going twice, viewers. If you guys got any questions, now is the time to ask. Now is the time to ask, man, because these guys are hard at work.
Hey guys, I have a confession to make. This is my very first YouTube appearance. I've never ever been on one of these shows before.
They brought the numbers guy with them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, I think Robert Chapman here had a question. He asked if they're going to be silly prices, and what we're doing right now is we're basically we're trying to come up with the best way to make this fair for everybody, because these are not just randomly generated NFTs. They require 300 plus photos from specific vantage points to create one NFT. So with that said, we're going to try to make it as fair as possible, but they will not be listed for 1 ETH a piece. No way. That's way too high. Maybe eventually the price to buy one might be that, but that'll be way down the line once they've bought and sold, and the demand is, very high for them.
Well, if you guys get my subscribers up, I can come out with some NFTs with these fellas. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Then it'll be worth something. It'll be like this.
It's going to be some 3D glasses.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
That's a thing of the past, man. That's like 15 years ago. Now it's all about the VR.
All about the VR. Hey, matter of fact,
next crazy.
We got to do a live stream with those.
VR, it's unreal. It's unbelievable.
Fun. It's fun.
Actually, I got a question. Yeah, I'll ask about that. Can you touch into how will the NFTs incorporate into the VR space, into the metaverse?
Well, so Mike, we're working on that now. I can't talk too much about it. We're not under NDA with this company, but we're working closely with a company that's developing that stuff for us, and we're coming up with a hybrid right now between VR and AR. So VR is being in a virtual reality, whereas AR is augmented reality, where you can see the NFT or an item like through your camera in your environment. So you hold your phone and you can see that it's like going on Amazon and saying, I want to see this item in my room. That's augmented reality.
Or think of like Pokemon Go.
Exactly. Same exact thing.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
See this?
I saw our little sneak preview. Somebody, I was on work. So again, I'm a corporate America guy, and they were showing the future of retail and how you could just basically just log on and there's going to be vision. Like on your left, you're going to have a store. It's not going to be on a monitor. It's literally going to be that reflection. So
Hey,
hey, Mike, the Jetsons. It's crazy.
Hey, Mike, that's already perfect for me because Bert, what website am I on all day long?
Amazon.
So I got an Oculus, and I was like, I put it on, and I just immediately told, pretty much 5 people. I was like, yeah, a TV and a regular gaming console are obsolete now. It's not going to be around in 15 years.
Good.
Everyone with a headset on their face, in their room.
He's gonna get to the point where, okay, you are in that world, right? And people are getting lazier and lazier. Okay, so things are becoming much more inconvenient, right? Mm-hmm. Why leave the game world? Why not order from Amazon while you are in the metaverse?
Oh, why
not just buy your NFT of the cabinet, and the cabinet will come to you?
They're going to give incentives. So they're going to say, listen, if you order in the metaverse or you order in AR or whatever, we're going to give you, 10% off, or you're going to get this amount of credit towards your next. They're going to incentivize it. Trust me. Walmart and all these companies are going to give, benefits for using their platform like that.
I mean, let's be honest. Crypto's already been like in the second living realm already. Like, remember the lady who made made millions off selling real estate on Second Life? I think she was in China or something like that. She made a ton of money just selling real estate in Bitcoin on Second Life.
Wow.
Yes. Selling houses that you can't even live in. It's crazy, bro. Crazy. Insane.
The system is aiming for a big reset. And the crazy thing is we don't know what's going to happen with that reset. See, the current world, I think, is not adapting to the changes that are happening, and changes are happening too fast because there's too many people that's going to be able to have access to too much money. While we talking about inflation, we gonna have to come up with a different word, because now it's like, people is not gonna have money anymore. They're gonna have money. And now what you're going to do, jack up the price to 1 gallon of milk costs $1,000, because you're going to have so many people that's going to have access to so much money. Because when you're looking at crypto, where you're getting so much incentive, like I was talking about, you in the metaverse, you order a cabinet, you order an NFT cabinet, and you get the NFT, the cabinet shows up to your door. But by holding on to that NFT, it comes with a certain incentive, certain you get this amount of percentage just for holding that NFT that's attached to this cabinet, like those type of stuff, because that's what crypto's doing right now, right? Mm-hmm. Think about what does that to just have average human being on a financial basis. You know what I mean? Like, now we got money now, so it's like, what are they gonna come up with to try to tell us, like, well, there's inflation, like, we gotta jack up the price, to rent for like from $2,000 to like $10,000 all of a sudden. They're not adapting fast enough. So I think we aiming for a great change, a great amazing change. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but we're heading towards that. And this is why it's important that people do their homework and actually understand that, 5 months ago, what crypto was is not what it is today. You have devs that are willing to come out here and dox themselves and educate you on crypto, and really, 5 years ago we just had them, they were hiding, you know what I mean? So that's very important to actually understand that and appreciate that, and use that to educate yourself.
Hey, I got a question for you fellas. Who do you think was where did this whole the origin of this doxed movement come from? Like, where did this whole
so I remember it in June with Saitama. I remember Russ coming out and being like, wow, like, this is one of the first projects where I'm like actually seeing a face. And I'm talking about within ERC20. I'm not talking about like stable coins or like Ethereum, being Ethereum. I'm talking about in this space, like, after Sheeb, and you have Ryoshi, who then left, and Shaitoshi took over, and it really changed the whole space.
I still think they're the same person, but who am I?
I mean, let me just be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you.
Well, so My theory on it is that Ryoshi actually cashed out a ton of money in May. And basically said, I'm going ghost. And now, and then Shaitoshi, because here's the thing, man, is if you were in the chat, so if you were in the Telegram and you were in Discord early in Sheeb and you saw Ryoshi when he had a cat logo, he had a cat as his icon. And Shaitoshi was in there too. And they're not the same people. I don't think that. I think that Ryoshi cashed out. He made a bunch of money and basically said, here, I'm passing this project on because I've done what I wanted to do here. And it was masked by, I've done it. I've created a decentralized community. I did this all for you. And he tried to pull
a Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, and it's clear if you look at their contract and you look at, the buys and sells and you look at the tokens and how they circulate, like, yeah, I mean, people definitely cashed out. There's no question.
I've heard a lot about shit, man.
I got a confession, fellas. Because most people don't know this, and I'm gonna say it for the first time here ever.
I am Shaitoshi.
Yeah. Man, yeah, I mean,
I just want to let y'all know.
Thing,
though, you know what I'm saying?
If you're Shaitoshi, you still can't get verified on Twitter, man. Sorry.
Yeah. But the thing is too, and this is what this always tells me is that use case. And I always tell people, listen, you can look into a project and say, hey, this dev is rug pulling, that dev is rug pulling. At the end of the day, if they come out with the use case supports the token.
Yeah.
If it's a good use case, right? Look at SHIB. And people tell me all kinds of crazy junk about SHIB, man. SHIB, rug pulling, SHIB. You know how many big wallets that on this,
no.
Man, they are 4 zeros right now, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody talking about what they used to talk about back then, which was true. So think about the projects that are actually starting to, in the beginning, being legitimate. If you think, SHIB could make so many people millionaire, even though there was so many things wrong with it, although, you got people that, SHIB on me all day, I respect that. But at the end of the day, we have to understand that they came from an era where it was easy to make $1 million off of a project. It was easy to make so much money off of it, and they still made it work.
Now, one thing too that's new that a lot of people don't know, projects like Sheeb and a lot of those that were earlier, they don't have taxes. So for those projects, they literally have to dump their tokens in order to pay for things to get done, which hurts retail investors.
They got no burn. They got no none of
that. The burn's a whole nother story. But for what we're doing, we structured this to where our taxes pay for the work that we need done that's budgeted out. It's not that we're just like dumping on the chart and selling tokens in order to pay for the work that needs to be done. That's ass backwards. So you need to do it to where you're paying your employees or your contractors or whoever off of money that you're generating from the volume and not dumping the chart to pay them. And that's what a lot of projects don't understand.
It's funny you say that, Kyle. And this listen, and these things are very important. Like these AMAs, these lives are very important because these are the places where a lot of the history of crypto is talked about. That seems like it's so ancient, but yet it was like 3-4 months ago, right? Yeah. So what the stuff you talking about, we're talking about devs being here and da-da-da-da. That was like, how old is Saitama? Saitama roughly just hit 8 months old, right? Yep. If that, barely, right?
Yeah.
8 months. Shiba is about what, a year and so many months old. Mm-hmm. Okay. And right now, you talk about SHIB, you think, man, SHIB is the big thing because it's everywhere. No, SHIB is still a baby, right? So when you're talking about what you were mentioning and relating to what were we talking about? We were talking about
the devs dumping their own charts.
Yes, we didn't have marketing wallets. We didn't have dev wallet like that. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that are in crypto now that wasn't around 3, 4, 5 months ago.
Yep.
So that's how fast crypto is changing and evolving constantly. You know what I mean? So, right. But that goes to show you like what value the projects that right now you have devs that are doing things like Exotix is doing what value they could potentially have 6-7 months from now. Okay, because they're doing things, they have a chance to do things better than all these other projects that we so-called I wish I had got in early type of projects.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah. Hindsight is always 2020, right?
Yeah, man.
So that's the way it is. I mean, truth be told, somebody brought this up to me the other day. And you know, like Doge, right? Dogecoin has no limit at all, like no supply limit. Man, somebody said, imagine if Doge implemented a burn. I was like, God, you know how ridiculous that price would be right now?
Well, the thing here's the thing with burns is that, so like, for example, with Exotix, right? We have 520 trillion. It's around there. That's locked. That 520 trillion tokens that's locked in Ucrypt. That's more than half the supply, right? Technically, as far as anything's concerned, that's burned. It's not touched. It's not being traded. Now, what you do with burns is you completely ruin any opportunity in the future to list on exchanges or to do certain things with your tokens because they're completely unusable. You can see them in a dead wallet. Now,
that depends on what the supply is. Obviously.
Totally. Now, if you have an unlimited supply and there's no cap to minting, then so burns don't matter. It's like, okay, I'm gonna burn 1 quadrillion, but then I'll just print another 10 quadrillion. Who cares?
Right.
You know. Right. So for us, it's like, you know, we chose our supply knowing, hey, we're not trying to burn our tokens. We're trying to use the amount of tokens we have to offer utility, to get on exchanges, to do certain things. But you know, you see tokens that start. And they start their token and they burn 50% of supply upon inception. It's like, why didn't you just choose the lower number? I don't get it. You're basically screwing yourself over from doing anything in the future by burning 50% of your supply. It's not raising your price. It's not like more money's pouring in. It's just you can't do anything with it. It's silly. People think burns, we're going to have, you know, a 6% burn and my bag's going to pump at 6x. And it's like, no,
man. I mean, like,
my friend, people can buy.
Like my friend Deborah, I was explaining to her like how this burn works because she was looking at her wallet and she was wondering why like St. Thomas was going down, and she was like, I'm not understanding this. If they burn into so I broke it down to her like in just regular language. I said, imagine you have 100 billion token purchase, right? 2% goes here, 2% goes here, 2% goes to the burn, right? So when she realized like that 6,666 tokens, it really ain't nothing. She was like, "Oh, I get it now."
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah. I mean, it's a big equation between liquidity and between the amount of supply, the amount of circulating supply. It's not the easiest thing to explain, but basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to calculate, you know, what the ideal token amount is, the right amount of liquidity to where the token actually moves. Because there's projects out right now that have $25 million in liquidity that are getting 20 buys, and it's like not even moving the chart. Yeah. Because they're adding liquidity automatically back into their liquidity pool at, you know, 2 to 5% per transaction, which is insane. It's insane. It doesn't do anyone any benefit. So, you know, when you have a big sell, people keep buying and buying. It adds to the liquidity pool, which makes it harder for the price to go up. Right. So you get bigger buys. The liquidity goes up, but your price doesn't go up.
He just said it.
Yeah, exactly. Same. You know, crypto is constantly a learning lesson for a lot of people. Like if you were to ask, you know, Ryoshi or Satoshi Kusama, hey, would you change things and would you make a tax wallet?
I guarantee they would.
Oh, of course, 100%. Hands down, no question. They would say, yes, we would have a tax wallet. We wouldn't want to dump on our own chart, you know, et cetera, because Sheeb, you know, they have a remaining supply that's not, you know, that's either locked or unlocked depending on the time of day or month, that they're able to say, okay, we're going to take out, you know, a couple trillion tokens and we're going to pay for all the expenses that we have and dump on the chart. And then it hurts their investors, and they don't care because it's basically a Ponzi scheme. We're going to take their money and we're going to try to get more money. We're going to take their money and we're going to try to get more money.
Yeah, you know, and that's a term I've heard used often in the crypto space. Like, oh, this is Ponzi.
Yeah.
Shit. Like I get
and
it.
I love sheep, dude. I'm all about it. It's just like you have to look at these projects from a developer standpoint and say, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I do this better? Is there anything that they've done that is hurting them or anything that's benefiting them, and analyze it? You know, that's what I do.
Man, I bought 54 million shit since day one. Not day one, since January. Who knows when I still got them. I haven't sold a single
I
ship.
bought
They still
150
buried.
million, man.
They still buried. I got my bone.
You don't know where, you don't know how to get them shits out. Huh?
I have no idea, man. I don't care.
I don't know if you guys saw this either. So I have a bunch of rewards from when Shiba Swap came out, and I was, the rewards for the first week were insane. They were through the roof. Insane. Now, I went to wolf my rewards that I had for locked for 6 months, and I went to wolf them the other day, and I saw the price of bone. And the price of bone, as soon as they released those rewards, it dropped. It went from like $1.40 or $1.60 down to like 75 cents. That just goes to show you, if you give away your token for free and basically say this is a reward, people are going to dump it all day. It doesn't matter, and it's going to shoot your price in the foot. So when it comes to using our token as payment or using it as, a rewards token, anything that would be done on that avenue, we would need to really run through every possible scenario. Because it was being talked about on Twitter Spaces earlier today as it being a payment token. That's not really what we're about. Now, we're trying to bridge into that sector and into that world, which we can't talk too much about. But just know that if we do that, it'll be structured in a way that it doesn't just dump on the chart.
Hey, check this out. Benny said, I thought you guys were done. I left to read, came back, and you're still here. Hey, Benny, let me tell you something. If you could be a fly on the wall on these conversations, like in Zoom calls and all this shit that we have with these guys, we are on there forever. Like, we talk to these guys behind this in the backstage and all this forever. Like, we don't know half the time when to end convo. It just keeps going.
Man, it's bad, man. The thing is, for the past 5 days, I've been dreaming crypto. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, man.
Talk too much crypto. I do too much crypto. It's like, yo.
What's so crazy, man? My homeboys don't even call me no more. They're like, all this nigga gonna talk about is crypto. It's like, yo, I'm over here sitting at websites. They're like, so whatever.io.
Yeah.
What? I'm like, yo, you gotta read up on this, man. Like, this project's great. They're like,
no, Darren. Now we heard Bitmark got hacked. No way.
I'm telling girls, I'm like, girl, hey, I got crypto. She like,
I don't care about no crypto.
Yeah.
That's funny. We're actually a family of 3, and I can't tell you how many times before we walk into people's houses, do not talk crypto. I'm like, I got to the point. I'm like, I'm like, hon, they started the conversation with me, and what am I gonna do? Not talk back?
Hey, you know what? Hey, it feels good being the smart guy in the room when you're the people and you're the only person that's into crypto.
Yeah,
everybody gravitates towards you.
2 years from now, they're gonna be like 2 years from now. I guarantee you, everybody that got annoyed by us talking about crypto is gonna be like,
I'm trying to tell you,
that nigga was right.
Guys, I'll tell you a funny story. So I had a buddy in high school. He actually got kicked out of my high school for selling weed, which is pretty ironic. But this kid, this kid was telling me to buy Bitcoin in 2011. Okay. Now, this kid put his money where his mouth is, and he bought as much Bitcoin as he could. He had like 4,000 Bitcoins or something. And now he's worth like $400 or $500 million. And this is someone I know really well. It's like one of my good friends from high school. But the moral of the story is that, you never really act until it's too late. Like, I bought my first Bitcoins, luckily, in 2013. That's when I opened my Coinbase account. And I've seen, the leaders of this space kind of pass the stick on to the next person. And like the people who are in DeFi right now are the pioneers for tomorrow's DeFi. It's not the people who were in this have made enough money to where they're out. They're like, all right, I'm going into venture capital. I'm going into, running an investment fund for crypto. I'm going into like, I'm not running, ERC20 tokens anymore. Or I'm not running, we are the face of the change for tomorrow. And that's, what I want to make clear is like, there's a lot of people who are into cannabis. When they see our NFTs, they're going to be like, how do I buy into this? Like, I never got the value of NFTs, but I love cannabis and I want to be invested in this. And there's a lot of people who got into stocks just because of cannabis. They're like, oh, I want to be invested in the cannabis industry. So for me, it's like, I look back and I say, okay, 9 years ago, coming up on 10 years, I've been in crypto. How much has changed? Like when Ethereum came out, most people who are listening to this weren't even aware of Ethereum when it came out. I remember when it came out and I was like, what the hell is this? Why is Coinbase adding more coins? Like Bitcoin is the one,
Yeah.
and
oh man, you know how many Litecoins I was sitting on? I was sitting on
dude, Litecoin, yeah,
man.
you name it. I mean, so many different. I bought XRP when it came out, and then the whole SEC thing. I lived through all of that. I still have it. It's just, you have to realize that the crypto, even 5 years ago in 2017, when ICOs were legal and were a thing, was a whole different world. When like Bert and I were using Binance, when you were only really using centralized exchanges, and then swaps came out and you could swap one token for another. You could take Ethereum and swap it for altcoins. It's like before, back in the day, you would have to go on an exchange. Like I was using Bittrex, I was using Binance, I was using Coinbase. And what I would do is I would have to find those tokens that were listed and be able to buy them for a normal person to be able to do it. Now a normal person can go on Uniswap and they can go swap, Ethereum from Coinbase Wallet, Trust Wallet, MetaMask, and they can make it happen really quickly. Where back in the day, it wasn't like that.
Look, hey, God, people are talking about how crypto is tough now, man. You complain about Uniswap, man?
Yeah,
Uniswap was hard, man.
Give me a break, guys.
People don't even know how good they have it right now. Like you're talking about, man, what's sleeperage, gas fees? Man, listen, man. Before Uniswap, it used to be going to war.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm saying too. It's just going to become, the beast is just going to become more manageable. We've already seen it happen. In a very short time, and I think it's really gonna exponentially just increase very rapidly.
Come on, man. Check this out, man. This is what blows my mind. You got three, like look at say Tom as an example. Over 300,000 individuals have figured out how to use Uniswap. That is amazing, bro. I mean, like that means 300. That means literally 300,000 people have gone on here, or I'm probably say like at least 200,000 of those of that 300K is new users.
No, dude, and that's in the past 2 months. That's in the past 2 months. Yeah, they hit 100,000 holders like 2 months ago, and it was when they had their really first big run up, like when Saitama was running. And I remember being in the chat, and there was certain people like, yeah, I'm a millionaire now thanks to Saitama. Yes. And it happened overnight, literally. Well, overnight in a sense of like these people bought in. They held for a few months, and they were millionaires off of that pump. They held 30, 40 trillion, or however many trillion.
Yo, I remember Russell went on there. He said. This was at 120,000, I think, 120,000 holders. He said there's over 400 millionaires that Saitama has made. He said, and these are the ones that I know about. It's like, that's insane. Man, I said, what?
Y'all talking? I almost got there with Mononoke in what, a month and a half, and Mononoke was about almost about less than 2 months old when I got into it. So and right now, not talking bad about Mononoke, they it's not a rug pull because they're still working, but it's definitely not what it was when it first started, right?
Nah, man. Yeah, and you know what? Like what's crazy about them is that they could use their platform to let people know what's going on. They could do AMAs. They could show their face. They could, confess to the fact that there's 6,000 something Ethereum in their marketing wallet. And there's still no gain. There's still no deliverables. I'm out money on that project. I was up money, And I was believing in what they were saying, and it just continues to be hopium. And I'm not like talking bad about it, but that's one of the, dude, that's a project for me that really made me want to change the space, because the devs literally will ban people for going in their chat and asking a question like about the marketing wallet or about anything that they're doing.
I got kicked.
That's to me is shitty behavior, man. And
the devs and admins, the devs always like, if you ask the right question, dude, I just got kicked out of one this morning for asking questions.
I know. Yeah, and I know. I have their dev on Telegram. I mean, if they really wanted to do some shady stuff, like that dude Joe Gorilla, I mean, we could track him. And the thing is this: is like, if you look into that project specifically, go into who.is, look at their DNS information. Mm-hmm. They hide behind a curtain on everything. They use this domain service called Valhalla or something.
Valhalla, yeah.
It's a VPN, completely privatized domain service, so you can't track where the domain goes. So with that project, I'm invested. I have money in it. It's net down to zero now. It's down to nothing. Now, if you look at that chart and you look at not the 15-minute chart, but you look at the month chart or you look at the 2-month chart on Mononoke, you will see up and down completely. Like, it's almost at flatlined. Now, you have people on Twitter that are really pumping it and they're dumping it. Like yesterday, I mean, Mike G can talk about it. He was posting about it. There's one guy I'm not going to name on Twitter who's part of that project clearly, who was pumping it, and as soon as he talks about it, it dumps.
I call him the Elon Musk of Mononoke.
No, you know what it is though. Elon had shit. Yo, it was crazy. I woke up one morning and this is Shiv's last pump. Elon tweeted something, and all of a sudden I woke up. I'm looking at my crypto.com. I'm like, damn, like what the hell is going on? And then he said he don't have any ship, and it was like, I was like, God.
No, I'm not here to, I'm not here to talk bad on other projects, guys. I'm here to say that, like, that personally was a project that really wanted to it really motivated me to change and to get this going, because, I'm done investing in a project. I don't know whose face is behind it. That's
I respect that, like, because
if you notice everything that Bird has on his channel, everything I have on my channel, like Jazz, like most of the projects that we report on, or that Jazz especially, Jazz has officially stopped reporting on projects that aren't docked. Yeah. Like, he's like, if I don't know who's behind, he's like, I'm done. He's like, I can't do it anymore. You know what I mean?
Because it's on you guys too. Like, I know a few YouTubers actually that we're all about it. We're all about Mononoke, and now they're not, because of the certain things that the devs could have stepped up and done certain things. Now, my personal opinion, and this is not the team's opinion on it, but my personal opinion is that it was started originally as a rug pull, and a rug pull in a sense of a slow rug pull, where you don't pull the liquidity. You keep the liquidity locked. You mask it for a year. You basically say, yeah, it's liquidity. We put 2-3 ETH in. So Mononoke started with, I think, 2 Ethereum in their liquidity pool, maybe 3.
That's what's so dope about your project and projects like yours, like Yeti, Stardust. Like, I know who these people like Stardust. I know where these motherfuckers live.
My whole team knows where I live. They all have my ID. So with that said, though, the different kind of rug pull nowadays, guys, is the dev team or the people in charge having the remaining supply of the tokens. Now, if you look at Mononoke, there is nowhere that they have their remaining supply locked in Unicrypt. Now, what that means is that it's not a traditional rug pull where they're pulling liquidity from the contract. What they're doing is they're taking the extra supply and they're dumping it, and they're distributing it to different wallets, and they're dumping it on the chart. So they get a bunch of investors, and then they sell 2 ETH, and they sell 2 ETH from another wallet, and they sell 2 ETH from another wallet, and they basically just stack it up. So it's not as easy to spot as just like pulling liquidity and not being able to sell. But it's happening a lot in DeFi, and you have to know that these devs are moving coins around from different wallets to make it look like it's all spread out through retail investors. Now, the way to tell that is to go on EtherScan and
follow the money.
Download the CSV export, and look for the buy transaction. So what you do is you go on Etherscan, you download their entire wallet transaction, and you look for when they bought that token. Now, if it was just sent to them, that's what's called an airdrop, and it was airdropped to their wallet from, probably the supplier, the developer wallet, and then that person is selling on it. So they never spent money to receive those tokens. They're just dumping. And that's the way to spot it.
Hey, you know what?
Funny thing.
And then what? Didn't Rise Up tell us about that?
No, without counting, that's why I was listening closely to what he was saying. Like that's why when you tell people do your own research, that right there, that sounds like music to the ears, of crypto. Like when you talking about, I want to learn what's going on in these contracts and these wallets. That's probably one of the best things you could hear. That's like a special melody, right? And I wish we had like 1,000 people listening to this, because this is very important. These are the things that I had to learn personally.
And you know what? I'm gonna cut this and turn that into a clip, because like that needs to be known.
Nah, let me tell you, man, the stuff that I learned. Because when I got into the situation that I got into with the so-called token, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no clue, no idea. I didn't know. But when I got in the back end, I realized something was up. I didn't know what it was, but I'm like, something's not up, because the people's not happy. So I ran away. But after running away, I start learning some of the things that Carlo talking about right now. Like when you're talking about, like really, like you look into a wallet and you seeing transaction is being, what they do is they'll let's say I send I airdrop tokens to Kyle, and Kyle got 5 different wallets before he cashed out of Binance or Coinbase. You see that same transaction, that same airdrop is being moved to like 5 different wallets before you end up getting cash. Why you have to send that money to 5 different wallets and then cash out at Binance? But the crazy thing is, this is how you really see something, man, is not right. It's happening consistently. The same wallet, the same address is being airdropped to the same wallet, being moved to the same wallet, and being cashed at the same wallet. It could be going on. Some tokens that I've seen have started since the beginning of the project have ended. And in this ways too, you look into it, you could see that the Sims wallet or associated with different rug pool projects. This is what I always tell people. I said, man, this tokens right now that you have in your wallet that's rug pulling you. And it could be 10 years, you probably would never know that, because you don't know how to go into track these wallets that are
No, but like, guys, like, this space is no joke. Like, you have to know what you're investing in. You have to know how to like look into transactions, look into a contract to see what the marketing wallet is, what the other wallets are. I mean, it's important stuff. This is hard-earned money that you're investing. And this space is unfortunately ridden with scammers and projects that are promising things that they're never going to be able to deliver.
And this is why, Kyle, without cutting you off, and I'm gonna say this is why I could tell you, without even, without no doubt, Exotix is not one of those projects. Hey, I'm not being sponsored to say that, because most of the people that I talk to, most of the projects that are doing this, they would never teach you. They would never talk to you about how this thing is being done. Okay. So now you have a dev telling you how this thing is being done. And I've talked to enough devs to tell you that the ones that I've talked to and know they're doing it would not ever tell you.
Y'all reading this? Damn.
Guys, Robert. Like this is the kind of thing we're trying to be the change we want to see here, right? Like, I'm telling you this, if I was doing this kind of stuff, I'd be the last person to tell you all this information. I'm telling you this so that you guys are smarter investors, like I've learned to be. Like, I've been in, Bert knows just off hearing me talk, I've been in this for a while. I know how this game works. This is a game. This is not like, oh, you just get lucky. It's like you might get lucky and put your money into a coin, but you better get it out before it dumps. And that's the game. I mean, look at Sheep, look at Saitama, look at all these coins. They go up and then they go down. They go up and they go down. That's the nature. Like the moral of the story is the true nature of crypto is up, down, up, down, up, down. You have to learn how to ride those up and downs. Now, if you hold the whole way, good for you, but you're missing out on a lot of profit on those ups and downs. If you learn how to trade those, you're going to make a lot of money. But if you just hold and you expect it to go to the moon, and you're going to get lost with either nothing or you're going to make a lot of money. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But the people who make a lot, they buy and hold serious long-term projects. They don't buy and hold, a Mononoke Inu and expect it to go up to $1 million. Like that doesn't happen because there's no real value.
Yo, this is crazy,
behind
right?
Those projects are rug pulling it in a different way than you've seen before, in a different way than most of us have seen. Because at the end of the day, that was the way. That was the way to make money, was to say, okay, I'm going to start a token and I'm going to fund the liquidity pool and I'm going to get 30% of supply, and then I'm just going to steadily dump it over the course of 6 months. And who's going to hurt? I'm basically going to steal the money from the retail investors. They're going to buy into my idea. I'm going to take their money and I'm going to run with it. And they're the ones who are going to be stuck holding this token that nothing's ever going to happen with.
Hey, and Kyle, what I've noticed recently as well is these main pumpers, even some influencers, they're only pumping on green days.
Don't even
what
get
happens
me
on the red days? It's community begging and saying, "Where are you selling? Why are you selling?" They turn against each other.
Dude, these are the same influencers that are asking for 3 to 4 Ethereum per tweet.
Yeah. That's why I respect Bert so much. He takes nothing, and that's why I love Bert.
Man, listen, man. I wanted to prove something to people. I want to prove something to myself, but also prove it to people, because when I started doing this, seems like it was a long time ago, but it wasn't. But during the time I started doing this was because it was a time when people was telling me, like, devs didn't want to show themselves. Devs didn't want to get doxxed.
Man, I still got devs now that don't want to show themselves.
Well, I had no idea I didn't know people was getting paid for what I do. I had no idea. So I was like, well, shoot, I couldn't wait till I get off the truck, because I had something in mind. I'm like, look, man, this was what I wanted to do. Like, I want to sit there and talk about crypto with different type of projects. And, funny thing is, it's like, I didn't know I was going to get bombarded. So it proved like, yo, it's not true. Like, there's devs out here that really want to present themselves and really about doing good to the community, and they're not given a chance. And that's when I start realizing, I'm like, man, these guys are making tons of money. You know what I mean? Because I was getting a project. Now it's ridiculous. I'm getting 2-3 projects a day hitting me up, and then you got community members talking about, well, did you do your research on that project? I said, well, no, that's for you to do. I'm not what I look like.
Hold on. What I look like your dad? I'm not your daddy.
I'm not your daddy. Yeah, did I? You know what I mean? That means you start sending me a check in the mail, I start doing your research for you, and the AMAs on top of that. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, no, you got to do your own homework on that one.
Aren't you a grown man?
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, one thing is, I'm happy to tell people if I invest into a project like Exotix, yeah, I invest in that project with my own money. And I'm happy, and that's gonna be for a while now, because I'm loving those reflections. I want the project to grow, and I want to see
slapping.
It's just people's getting YouTubers for like superheroes. Like, we just doing things that you're too lazy to do. You know what I mean? That's point blank. You could be a YouTuber by using your phone. It ain't nothing special. You know what I mean? People.
But Bert, you told me about Suzuki.
You dumb enough to listen. Actually, I ain't never talk about Suzuki. One of the projects I talk about and I learned from it, I talked about Mononoke, I talked about Shira. But the funny thing is, I made mad money on both these projects, but the only thing I couldn't do is tell people to sell. That taught me a lesson. Come talk about your project. I'll never talk about other people's project if you're not willing to talk about it. That's why I start doing AMAs.
Yep. And honestly, you know what it is? And you see like if you, man, it was crazy, because I felt like a PR agent. Like, I was out there just hunting down devs, like trying to, when you first started doing AMAs, man, I was on the prowl for these developers, man. And it was interesting to see how even the projects that the public was already like behind, the devs were still trying to be in hiding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go to the Telegram group and see what happened. It's like joining a cult.
Like, Kyle, we spoke about this. I spoke to all three of you guys about this. There was one specific project. I had to hunt this guy down and annoy the hell out of him to come on Bert's show. Like, it shouldn't even be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's just nuts. It's really
I ain't gonna tell you how I did it. I kind of shook him a little bit, but I had to do it. I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you got all these people out. Because at that point, I was sick of it. I was sick of the nonsense. I've been rug pulled before, and I know how it feels. It sucks.
Yeah, you know, here's another thing, guys, that I just want to like. You know, I've heard a lot of YouTubers who are like, I'm so bullish on play to earn gaming. I'm so bullish on, you know, these projects that are basically just doing, you know, nothing. And it's really just like, you know, hoping that you can play this game and make some money off of doing nothing, right? Like money's free. So with that said, like, you know, we're going to be doing play to earn gaming, but like using that as your project's utility to me is kind of like a money grab. It's like saying like, I'm bullish on something that doesn't even exist yet. Like name to me one play to earn game that's fun to play that you actually make money.
I mean, only one that I play, and that's just because.
And you actually make money.
Do you make money?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, do you actually make money, or is it like a couple dollars here and there?
That is worth
No. I do all right on Cleat Run.
Okay, all right. Well, then that's a different story. But there are other projects that I've been a part of, like as an investor, that I've you know played their game and been like, what the hell is this?
Like this shit whack as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm almost playing it because I'm invested in it, and I'm like, oh wow, like I need to justify to myself that this is a good investment. You know, like. So
I think Cleat be well. Besides,
I need to justify to myself.
Besides Mononoke,
bro, I'm serious. Like that's what happens. It's like I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm super bullish, but like I'm only saying that because I want my bag to pump. You know, like
it's over there lying. Just lying to yourself.
You know, I know this,
bro. I'm doing mental gymnastics to justify it to myself. You know.
I notice when you invest into a project that is not a quick pump type of project, you know, like you take a dip. When you take a dip, it's not a dip. It's not one of those dip that hurts you, right? It's a controlled dip. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm loving about my portfolio right now, because that's what it looks like. It looks like it's a controlled dip and it's a controlled rise, and it's not one of those dip you wake up in the morning you want to
throw your freaking wallet.
You know what I'm saying? It's none of that stuff. Like I much rather, like I've made money where I put money into a project and a week from now I wake up with $50,000. I've seen that, but at the end of the day, I've also got into project within an hour and made $50,000. Within the next hour, it went back down to $5,000. Like,
yes,
you know, it happens. So I much rather, you know, I make $50,000 in like, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, or maybe even a year. But if I accumulate enough good projects like that, you know, you good. You know what I mean? It's bad for your health, man.
My wallet's looking real solid right now with like projects that are very good. You know what I'm saying? Like, because once you get into the swing of this, trust me, anybody who's new to crypto, like once you get the hang of this, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? When you're not, I mean, there's a time when you kind of like get into a token and you like, I don't know how long this shit gonna last. You looking at the wallet like every 10 seconds, like yeah, man. But I feel comfortable with my investments right now, and one of the most comfortable I feel with is Exotix. Period.
Yeah, I'm happy.
No, me too, bro.
You know how good I slept last night, just knowing I had.
That's with me too. And Rob, you know, he says something that's really right. Is like, you know, invest in yourself. Like, of any projects right now that I'm invested in Exotix, and with my time, my money, and my energy. Like I at this point, I know it's not going to rug pull. I know that, you know, we're not selling tokens to dump the chart. I know that it's literally the safest investment that I have, because I'm in control of it, and I know that you know, I don't need the money today. I didn't get in this to get rich quick. I got in this to bring my passion to the blockchain. Which is unlike 95% of other devs out there who are, you know, seeing dollar signs and start a project in order to make money. That's it. They're not trying to bring their passion in what they do every day to this space, and that's the real difference between our project and most other projects.
Yeah, Kyle, tell them about you guys bought. You guys as the team bought after us as I'm a higher wallet than you guys.
Well, we bought in with the retail investors for our own bag. We funded the liquidity pool at a 50% disadvantage. So what that means is we put in money and we're at a 50% loss from what we put in at launch. So, our, 1 Ethereum for the team members was worth 0.5 Ethereum on launch in the amount of tokens that we had. And that's the way that we wanted to set it up, because I told the team members, listen, your hard work will get taken care of through, our team wallet. And you won't have to dump on the chart. You're getting this as a blessing, but we want this is going to be a fair project. This is not the kind of thing where the devs have more tokens than the retail investors are able to get at launch, or they were able to buy more or get an advantage at all. This is not that. This is a completely, project. We wanted this to be a real legitimate long-term project, and you don't get that by giving, your devs 25% of supply or 30% of supply to then dump on the chart. With that said, 50% of what they did buy of the 50% that was at a 50% disadvantage was locked for 3 months. So it's still locked. They can't access half their bag.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man, because me and Bert personally have seen, and it's actually kind of how we met. We've seen the token that was launching and had multiple wallets with tokens already in them before it was a quote unquote fair launch.
I don't even want to go into that, man.
Our main developer, Riley, the guy who wrote the contract and everything else, he has 0 tokens, 0. Unless he bought it himself, he has nothing. 0. So, I mean, knowing that the main developer who controls the contract has 0 tokens is a pretty good feeling. I'm the one who has access and control to all the tokens that are locked in Unicrypt, all the remaining supply. So if anybody who is going to fuck this up, it's going to be me. And excuse my language, but I'm just saying.
Let it out.
You have nothing to worry about as far as like there being, someone that's outlying that's going to mess this up for the community. Like I would be the one whose head you're coming after.
Nobody screws my project up but me.
No, dude, like just putting it out there that I'd be the person that you guys would be tracking down if something were to happen. I'm in control of all the wallets. And I'm the one who's responsible with it, saying, guys, everything has a budget, everything, gets ran through a process. It's not just impulsively spending money. Everything has a plan. Everything has, a line item action list that we need to go through in order to get money, spent and approved.
Understood, man. Well,
this is the amazing part of being able to talk to a dev.
Man, you ain't lying.
In my, like people like, oh, why you do this, man? Listen, man, I'm in the best position to make the best investments than you, because I get access and I get to feel the devs and get to know them personally and get to have conversation that you can't have with them. So I put myself in the position for that. So you think I'm not going to be rich? No, because I get to talk to people like these guys that y'all probably don't get to talk to, because a lot of time all you gotta do is come to the AMA. Maybe you can get a sneak peek. Even that's too hard for most people. Man, it's like, you can't.
Surprise, you're not seeing devs come out like this and give you, give you how things are working and how the game really is. Like I want to help everybody who's in this. That's what I'm here I'm here to make money as a retail investor, but I'm here to really, like with Exotix, I'm here to bring my passion to this project and to bring it to the blockchain and offer a real product and get crossed over into a real world industry. And it's not just a pipe dream,
And I won't name the projects, but the projects that Kyle and I have been in together, that when we saw this crap happening, I still get some FUD from some of them, because before I was even a dev, I was calling these
suckers out. Yeah.
And it's like, it was actually a blessing in disguise. I tell this to Kyle all the time, because it's like, man, if we wouldn't have been so screwed over and had this crap actually happen, we never would have actually even came together to do this stuff and to want to make it a better space. That's legitimately what we want to do with Exotix. We want Exotix to be that change in the space. And it's funny how life works.
Yeah, man.
How universe, blessings in disguise, man. You got to be that glass half full person. You really do. And if you can go through life being that glass half full person and try to find the positivity and everything, and you're going to be that much further ahead.
Well, I tell you what, gentlemen, we have been at this for 2 hours and some change. And honestly, it's always a blessing to have you guys here. You guys are welcome here anytime to talk about whatever you want to do. I don't care if you want to talk, come and talk, do a telethon for saving manatees. You guys are welcome. I am all for it, man. So,
hey, real quick, Darren. Sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah,
Natalia had a question about merchandise. We're working on really high quality merchandise, so like not your run of the mill like Gildan, t-shirt, Gildan sweatshirt. We're working on really like high quality Bella and Canvas, premium apparel. Now, the way that we're going to release that is going to be pretty unique, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're working on apparel right now.
That's what's up, man.
And merchandise.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Exotix. And I'll be talking to you gentlemen backstage. I want to thank you all for tuning in to the Crypto Kickback. And sometimes it's 1 hour, sometimes it's 2, sometimes shit. It might be 3 soon.
Yeah, right.
You never know, man.
Wait till the NFT preview. NFT preview is gonna FOMO most people, guys.
Oh, dude, wait do you see what I got in store for that one?
Can't wait.
It's gonna be a doozy. So, all right, gentlemen. I'll talk to you guys backstage. Thank you all for tuning in to the Crypto Kickback. This is Destination DeFi. Peace.